Okay, quick question. What if Earth stopped spinning for 1 single second? Not a minute, not an hour, just a tiny 1 second pause. And then everything goes back to normal.
1 second feels tiny, a blink, a heartbeat, so it sounds harmless. But Earth is moving so fast that even a 1 second stop could become the most violent second in our history. Even when you're standing still, you're not really still. You're riding a spinning planet 24/7, like passengers on a massive carousel. At the equator, the ground moves around 1,000 miles per hour. That's faster than most airplanes. And you don't feel it because land, air, oceans, and you are all moving together. Now imagine Earth suddenly slams the brakes. Instantly, no warning. Like someone paused the planet in the middle of its spin. Earth stops, but you don't. Your body keeps moving forward at the old speed because inertia doesn't care about your plans. So everything gets launched east at the old speed. People, cars, trees, loose structures. It's like the planet gets yanked out from under your feet. Near the equator, this is the absolute worst. That's where the spin speed is at its maximum, so the launch is brutal. Closer to the poles, the speed is much lower, so it's still dangerous, but not as extreme. So the damage depends on where you live. Equator zones get hit like a hammer. Polar regions get hit like a heavy punch. Either way, nowhere truly escapes the shock. Now think about the air. The atmosphere was spinning with Earth too. When Earth stops, the air doesn't politely stop with it. It keeps rushing east at close to 1,000 miles per hour. That's not wind anymore. That's a moving wall of air. So instead of a normal storm, you get a planet-wide air explosion, a global shockwave sweeping across continents. Roofs rip off buildings, trees snap sideways. Anything loose, cars, signs, debris, turns into flying missiles. Even if you're indoors, the pressure and debris would be terrifying. And the oceans? Same story. The water was moving with Earth's spin, so when the ground stops, the water keeps going. Massive amounts of ocean surge forward and pile up into giant moving walls of water. Not big waves like in a storm, more like the whole ocean trying to slide across the planet. Coastlines get hit first, and they get hit hard. Many coastal cities would be overwhelmed almost immediately because the sea doesn't slow down for human survival. Ships and harbors get tossed around like toys in a bathtub. Ports collapse. Coastal infrastructure disappears under unstoppable water movement. Earth stopping isn't just a surface problem. The crust is attached to a spinning interior, so a sudden stop creates insane stress through the whole planet. Fault lines snap under pressure. Earthquakes fire everywhere, not just in usual danger zones, but globally. And yeah, some volcanoes would wake up instantly. When you shock a planet like this, the underground systems lose stability too. Okay. That 1 second passes. Earth starts spinning again like nothing happened. But everything that was launched forward is now mid-air. And it slams back into a moving planet. So the restart becomes a second disaster. It's like getting hit twice, once when the ride stops, and again when it snaps back on. If something barely survived Phase 1, Phase 2 finishes the job. After that, the world we built takes a massive hit. Power lines snap, bridges collapse, roads fracture, water systems fail, cities lose structure fast. Air travel becomes instant chaos. Planes rely on stable air and stable ground systems. With global winds and destroyed runways, air travel just stops existing. Communication drops. Internet cables, power grids, cell towers, gone or unstable. Supply chains break overnight because transport and energy are shattered. Humans don't go extinct, but civilization takes a brutal step backward. Survival shifts from modern life to basic life again. Who survives? In general, inland areas are safer. They avoid the worst ocean surges. Coasts suffer the most because they get hit by wind and water. And survival becomes a mix of location and luck. Even in safer zones, falling debris, fires, and collapses could still make it deadly. Message plus outro. Earth's spin isn't just a random feature. It shapes our air, our oceans, our climate, and the stability of everything we live on. So yeah, 1 second sounds tiny, but on a planet moving this fast, 1 second is enough to remake the world. If you enjoyed this kind of what if, drop your next scenario in the comments. What should we test next?